Oh, it's like in here show you the Piggy-Bank scores. Coloring you have here is the piggy bank. Is like you have it could be known as like a Miss Piggy savings or it's like the piggy bank. It's like something that maybe we all had whenever we were a kid. That we would use to keep our savings in, and more like that it would stay in there until we were ready to spend it. But so far is for piggy bank savings is a piggy bank score is that we have savings and along with the checking and along with say is interest and along with the loans and credits along with savings bonds and then credit scores. But you have it to where it's like if so far with the bank account, I'm sure everybody here has had a bank account or has one now or whatever it is. But more like you would be familiar with with a lot of these to say this is like a list from like 1 to 10. It would be is maybe 1 8, but you have it so far is for the policy the policy document. You have it to where that is with the policy document that you would have the bank would give you like these forms that they're like little booklets that are measured at least more like 5 by 7 or so. I think little booklets that you would read the details about, and then right here is you get is the statements, and with the statement that you would look at it, and then they mail it to you. It's like every month or so. But so far as Piggy-Bank scores is that you wonder is that at the bank is really looking for any type of deposit. They're really looking for the money. They want you to spend it however they want you, however they like, or they want you to save it however you like, or it could be known as for is that the deposit amount is not enough or whatever. Your percentage score has to be at a certain percentage or whatever between the recommended and the requirement. But more like that it's like this with most banks is that they would charge you a fee if you were late on a credit card bill, or it could be something related to that it could be a payment that late that bill pay payment or something like that. But say this so far is not paying the taxes or say interest rates or whatever you call it. Say checking the credit scores, but which more like a lot of the accounts can be done online. But of course with Piggy-Bank scores is that is if we were to work hard, it's like work. I don't know about around the clock, but work at least 5 to 10 hours or whatever, maybe 1 day a week or something like that, is to work out bank arrangement so far is where your money goes to. It's like where the money goes to, and a lot of people here would probably ask, it's like, well, money, how does money go in there if there ain't no money to put in the bank? Well, more like that the best answer would be for that is if we save our money, and if it's a few dimes, nickels, or pennies, or quarters, or it could be a few dollar bills, or Sacagawea coins, or it could be it's like what does it say? Is it it's like 10 yen or Santano, or it could be a baht, 10 yen or 500 baht or something like that, or whatever coin that you can think of. It's like so far with banks from other countries. But so far it's like for like Bank of America, or a few other banks that I'm sure everybody here is familiar with. Do you have it to where if you were to have a bank account that if you have it, it's like you ask that question: Are you looking for a deposit? Are you looking for a happy customer? But so far as with that is that you can think of it is that they just think of Mrs. as the piggy bank. The piggy bank is if you work hard on the account, you open an account and then you work hard at it, like get the pig a pair of shoes, or give it a lipstick and to put a smile on its face. It's like if you put lipstick on a pig, it is still a pig, but it's like a pig that wants to look nice. Other than a pig that looks like that they just woke up from a nap. It's like woke up not really from the wrong side of the bed, but woke up on a pile of coal or whatever you want to call it. So far as like for any type of comments for the holidays, it's a bag full of coal or whatever it is. But you got the taxes along with the fees and along with the thumbs up. It's like so far is for the good work sign, and along with the engagement ring. So far as between fiance, boyfriend, and girlfriend or whatever. That so far as Piggy-Bank Scores is that which most banks I'm sure will do it is they would recycle old envelopes or old billfolds, like you got the checkbooks or old credit cards or whatever, old expired credit cards. That I'm sure that a lot of banks would recycle those and give you some type of credit for it, which I don't know if all banks would, but of course the bank that I have is that more like that if you were to make a deposit, then that it's like that would make them pretty happy. It seems like most of the time that the banks are wanting a deposit. That if there's no deposit made, I mean that they don't really apply to all banks. There are some banks that wait at least 90 days until they say something. But if you were to make it, wait 20 or so days, until there was a deposit made or whatever, then more like you may get a letter in the mail. Otherwise, maybe an email or whatever. But otherwise than that, really, that you focus on is that you're being careful on how you spend it. But so far as knowing is like the agreement and the policies about the bank statement, and then along as you get the bank, there's like one thing to keep in mind is knowing is like so far is the Piggy-Bank score. As far as that the Piggy-Bank score, it's like enough that it was saved up. It's like enough that was saved up would put a smile on your face. It's like so far is it that you say a way to describe it as another way to describe it is like a decimal is a fraction. If you were to do a pie graph, so you can do a pie graph, and then you say this if you want to divide the pie graph into half or into fours. Let's say one fourth or whatever of a pie. About 4 people will get a piece of pie. Well, the bank don't get nothing. Well, the bank would possibly get something. Maybe you would possibly get something if you work on the say do the paperwork and maybe negotiate with the bank or whatever you need to do. So far is for the scores to get your score back up. The score goes up and down, but one way it'll go down is maybe if you spend the money and then obey the policies, and then one way to make the score go up is if you were to work you work on the time and arrangement is so far is ways to save up the money, and then that money could also be online money. But so far as for the piggy bank is for Miss Piggy right here, along with you got the piggy bank, and so far is for scores. And then it's like with the cash and along with the credit money, the credit coins, and you got to say between the recommended and the requirement. So far as the Piggy-Bank Scores and Piggy-Bank Scores coloring.